All right, today we are diving into a number that, get this, literally never ends. But here's the crazy part, it's absolutely essential for solving real world problems. Let's get into it. So that's the big question, right? It sounds kind of impossible. How can something infinite, something that goes on forever, give us a perfect, practical solution? Well, we're going to see exactly how that works in a pretty simple business scenario. So let's set the scene. Meet Tolu. He's a smart kid who loves puzzles. And this is his cousin Chinidu, who sells palm oil. Now, Chinidu has a problem, a really practical one. He uses these circular containers, and he needs to measure them perfectly every single time so his prices are fair and his customers are happy. His whole business really depends on getting this right. To crack this puzzle for Chinedu, we're going to need two special keys. First, we've got to understand that not all numbers are the same. We need to know the difference between what we call rational and non-rational numbers. And second, we need to uncover the secret code for all circles, a little number called pi. Okay, so let's start with that first key. We're going to explore the different types of numbers out there. You can basically think of them as being in two different squads. You've got the tidy, predictable numbers, and then you've got the mysterious ones. So on one side, you have the tidy squad. These are rational numbers. They're called that because you can write them as a nice, neat ratio. A fraction. Their decimals either just stop or they repeat in a pattern you can predict. But on the other side, you've got the mysterious squad. These are the non-rational numbers. Their decimals go on and on and on forever with no pattern at all. The secret to remembering rational numbers is right there in the name, ratio. If you can write a number as a fraction, one whole number over another, it's rational. That's why they feel so normal in our day-to-day lives, right? We use them for everything from splitting a pizza to measuring flour. For example, let's say Chinedu splits 25 naira among 4 of his workers. Each person gets exactly 6.25 naira. See how that decimal just stops? It's clean, it's finite. That's a classic sign of a rational number. Now, what about a fraction like 1/3? Well, the decimal is 0.333333, and that 3 just goes on forever. But here's the thing, because it's a predictable repeating pattern, it's still considered part of that tidy squad. It's still a rational number. And that brings us to the other guys, the non-rational numbers. You can't write them as a simple fraction, no matter how hard you try. Their decimal form is just an endless, chaotic-looking string of digits. And the most famous one of all is the key to Chinedu's whole problem. Which, of course, leads us directly to our second key, pi. This is the secret code that's hidden inside every single circle. And there it is, pi. It's the undisputed champion of mysterious numbers. Its decimal goes on forever without any repeating pattern. And believe it or not, this is the number that's going to solve Chinedu's very practical measurement problem. So what exactly is pi? At its heart, it's a really simple idea. For any circle in the universe, I don't care if it's a coin or a planet, if you take the distance all the way around it, that's the circumference, and you divide it by the distance straight across it, the diameter, you will always get pi. Every single time. It's like a rule of the universe. Hearing about it is one thing, but the best way to really get this is to just try it yourself. So let's do a quick little experiment. We're going to find pi right here, right now, using stuff you probably have lying around your house. All you're going to need is a piece of string, a ruler, and something circular, like a can of soup or a jar. Go ahead and pause here if you want to grab those things and do this with me. Okay, you ready? The process is super simple. First, wrap your string perfectly once around your can or jar. That length is your circumference. Next, take your ruler and measure the widest part of the circle. That's the diameter. Finally, and this is the magic part, divide the length of the string, the circumference, by the diameter. So what did you get? No matter what you measured, whether it was a tiny bottle cap or a big pot, your answer should be somewhere super, super close to 3.14. Pretty cool, right? You just found an approximation of pi all by yourself. So we found this weird, abstract number. But so what? Why does this actually matter? Let's bring it all back to Chinedu and his palm oil business to see why this is so incredibly important. Because he understands pi, Chinedu can now calculate the exact volume of any of his circular containers. He's no longer guessing. He can standardize everything, his product, his pricing. That never-ending mysterious number just became a perfect, practical tool for his business. The mystery turned into a solution. So we just saw how a number that is literally infinite can solve a very finite, very real problem. It just goes to show you that even the most abstract ideas in math can have some serious power in the real world. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other secrets are hiding in the numbers that are all around us, just waiting to be discovered?